Okay, here we go. I think we are live. Good morning, traders. Good morning. It's Tuesday, September 30th, and it is non-farm week. And so today we have 10 a.m. news, which is Jolts right here, 10 a.m. And then we have the 9:30 open coming up here in 4 minutes. So I guess just real quick, I'll go over my biases. Pretty much looking here at the dailies, got a bullish closure above this close right here, above the previous day candle. So I'm expecting price to tap into previous day high today. Here on the 4-hour, similar kind of vibe, bullish. We came into external range liquidity. Then price came back down into internal range liquidity, formed a bullish breaker here. And then on the 4-hour here, the 2 a.m. candle, significant for our day in New York session, came into this fair value gap, formed multiple SMTs with this stop hunt of this candle here. So this inefficiency has been balanced, so far failing to displace lower through that 4-hour candle. Not that it can't. It's certainly, I've seen it come up here, take these highs, and then distribute down. So how the candle looks now can be significantly different in the next 30 minutes. Then on the 1-hour, noticing these equal highs right above, lots of liquidity up in this zone, and noting the previous day equilibrium is kind of right above us, so which is why it's consolidating some. Now in the 15-minute, I'm looking here, I'm anticipating London to be the low of the day for a classic profile today. We have a change in state of delivery on the 15-minute, and then here is this 15-minute inversion that I was eyeballing, closed above. This candle's retracing somewhat lower into that, but we have this new day opening gap. There's a fair value gap. It can come down here as long as it doesn't close, and so we'll see continuation to the top side. So what do we got? 2 minutes till open. So yeah, I'm looking for longs, and what I want to see here at 9:30 is I do want to see some delivery down, a stop hunt, and then a structure shift. So lately, the last couple of weeks, price has been acting different than what I'm typically anticipate. And that's played a big role in my trading, and it's complicated my trading the last couple of weeks, but it's not just been me. I noticed even my mentor was, one of my mentors was struggling. I'll talk more about that here in a little bit because we have market open in 1 minute. There's these local equal lows, and it could take that and create a breaker here. I don't have a model there technically, but that keeps happening. That's one of the things that keeps happening over the last week and a half or 2 weeks. So 9:30 open. I would prefer to see it come down and take these equal lows, and that's the Judas, and then give me an inversion breaker combo that I could get in down in there. So 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, so that first 1 minute candle's closing, which I like that. That's more what I wanted to see. Clean this up a little bit. So if this were to be a breaker, plenty of room to get my 2R. $26 risk per micro. If it were to do that. So I'm just kind of predicting here. Could also take the inversion if I wanted. I'd really like to see it sweep these equal lows first. Guess I should pull up ES and YM, see what's going on over there. So YM is not correlated. It's sweeping London and Asia. And then ES is in the middle. So YM is doing already what I wanted to see it do. So we do have SMT down in here. All right, these equal lows are taken. Now I'd much rather see a gap down in here. Something like that. "15 minutes doing a nice stop hunt." I'm not anticipating one-sided delivery today. Could do it, but I'm anticipating London to be the low. The deeper this digs, though, starts to make me feel a little more bearish. See how far it went past those equal lows? There's another pair of relative equal lows right there. So coming over here to the 1 hour, it looks like it's, there's this low here. That's a super deep dig in this retracement. Also, there's this fair value gap right down there. It could be wanting that. So here's this 1 hour rejection block. Same thing on, similar thing on the 4 hour. So here on the 15-minute, I want to check out some of the other indices here on the 1 hour. Was there a stop hunt? So there is, YM currently is forming the bearish SMT and stop hunt up in here. Which means NQ might not go for those equal highs, at least not yet. So tapped into this fair value gap. So looking like 930 was continuation. Gave me no model for entry. We do have news coming up at 10 a.m. Jolts usually isn't a big driver though, so I wouldn't expect it, excuse me, to cause a reversal. So this 1 hour candle's low has been swept. This inefficiency all the way balanced through. This is kind of like the line in the sand for where I would want to see price on the 1 hour go down to in order to have any sort of bullish delivery. Or wait, that was the 4 hour, excuse me. Now on the 1 hour, we do have this inefficiency still untapped there. So here's equilibrium of this swing leg. So we have bullish SMT between these two. Bullish SMT so far on NQ and ES. Look at all the bearish SMTs, bullish SMTs too, which makes sense. We're at equilibrium. This SMT indicator is awesome. I love just being able to not to have to sit here and compare every single candlestick for SMT on all time frames. You know, I got it loaded on the anything under 4 hour, I think. I have it turned off on 4 hour right now. Or no, it's turned on. But not having to draw all the SMTs is awesome. There's a link to that indicator in the description below. It's a paid indicator, but it's like a one-time, pretty affordable fee, and so worth the time. So does that then become London high of the day or New York low of the day? So the London low was swept. So there's no bearish SMT up in here, no stop hunt, leading me to believe that this is not the high of the day. But I also don't believe it would be New York low of the day either. And the reason for that is, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday was New York high of the day and low of the day. And that's one of the, especially lately, one of the least common profiles we're seeing. So to see it twice in a row, a little surprising. So we have 1 minute 27 seconds left on this candle. So here is this was a fair value gap that it was on the daily chart. And I had this marked because it wasn't balanced. So 944, it's not inside the macro window. A 15-minute closed. That's a 5-minute, excuse me, 15-minute. Closes in 10 seconds. I'm feeling like it's a stop hunt. All right, the big thing being I'm a few minutes outside of the macro. That's the only downside I'm seeing. Clean the chart up a little bit here. All right, so here we go. Taking along here on NQ based off of this first inversion fair value gap. We have SMT, we have a liquidity sweep into some higher time frame levels. It fits with my bias. Equal highs above. The one downside to this trade being it was in between macros, but I pulled the trigger anyways. Kept it super light, low risk for a lot of different reasons. Price action's not been very friendly to me the last week in my model. Week and almost 2 weeks between the models not appearing in New York session, and if it does appear, you're just off sides. So it's definitely made me feel a little hesitant taking my model because I feel, you know, a little bit like a was that Pavlov's dog, where if my model appears, it's just wrong. So that doesn't feel very good. So I could be off sides. I'll find out. I suppose the one thing I could have done a little bit better is given the pattern of my model failing in the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I think that maybe I'd have been better off holding out for my macro time and maybe taking something off of additional confirmation. So that's one thing I'm just realizing I probably could have done. So this candle sweeping down here and closing above, I feel like this is going to be probably the low. And if it comes down in here, I'm probably offsides anyways, closed above. So we're expecting more bullish delivery out of this next candlestick. Super snappy response. I like that, but let's see what happens. It could start consolidating. It's been doing that too. Where a couple minutes, this is a little later than normal, but where a few minutes after 9:30, it just starts consolidating for a period of 15 minutes. So this candle closed below the body of this. It did not. So I'm expecting some inside trading on this right here. All right, swept this candle's low, tapping down into this gap. I'm either off sides or just wants to rebalance here. I can give it a smidge more room probably. Because it likes to do that. It likes to stab through and then reverse. Just looking for anything else that it might want down in here. Because it sucks to get knocked out by a tick or two. I don't see anything. There's no volume imbalance or anything. So I think that this is the low. And if this is not the low, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. Volume imbalance right there. But this candle failed to close below this candle, so we shall see. It's digging deep into sell side. So I didn't wait for any, there was no 5-minute confirmation. All right, it's coming for my stop. Cool, I'm out of that trade. So here's my model also in reverse if I were to be bearish. At the moment, I just can't quite get behind a short right here. Yeah, I can't see it quite yet. So yeah, had I waited for my macro, I would have been safe on this trade. So that's just the cost of trading. That was a business expense right there for me. So now YM is consolidating, ES is pushing down, NQ is pushing down. Yeah, I still feel long here. We have 2 minutes till the next hourly candle. I kind of want to see that open. Here's a like a 30-second, 15-second bullish breaker. Inverted this gap right here. All right, so this candle closed above this 30-second breaker. We have 1 minute till the new candle, 1 minute till the 10 a.m. news. So let's see here, 15 seconds. All right, so we have the 10 a.m. open. With a series of inefficiencies right below. Bearish SMTs up high. I believe there's bullish SMTs down low, yeah, with the London low. So that 10 a.m. news didn't really do anything. So This candle's gonna hopefully close above. I might be interested in taking that long. Boy, it didn't close above. Tailless candle here. I don't like that tailless candle. So, that's interesting right there. If this is London high of the day, this is a continuation short right here. Stop hunt. See how the delivery to sell side just keeps being strong. Curious, just thinking here. Why would it have 11? So that's that inversion actually. Here's this inversion breaker. So here's this volume imbalance, and I was saying that on the way up, all these different inefficiencies it was leaving. And it created a little 1 minute breaker with the 10 a.m. open right there. Like that to me is a strong sell signal too. And that's why I doubted doing anything up in here. This candle closed above, but it had a tailless candle, then I was seeing the possibility for this being a bearish breaker. So none of this is perfectly clean. All these little gaps. So now that's an inversion. And this zone is equilibrium of the range that we're in from high to low on the 1 hour. And it's right about here. And we're seeing this consolidation. I'd be curious if it's a Goldbach equilibrium too. It's a Goldbach high, I guess. Not I guess, it just is. Starting to see 5-minute zebra stripes. Not much to do right here. None of this is looking perfect. Enough, like perfect is obviously far and few between when it comes to trading, but I don't like how all of these inefficiencies are really tiny. They just keep getting flipped. I like this one. This one's a nice inefficiency. We have, is President Trump speaking? No, it's on the calendar, someone said. Not seeing any executions on Twitter. Just waiting and seeing. This is not moving. Somebody said Trump was speaking. I'm going to check that. Let's look. I don't want to mess up my Forex Factory. Uh, 11 a.m. today. So yeah, put that on here. Oh, all right, there we go. So there's this inversion. Here's this breaker. Here's this inversion. A potential breaker. It's kind of like, here's a breaker on top of a breaker. I don't like seeing, see, it's just all flipping. It's just getting inverted again and again, making me feel like we're in a larger range right now. Tailless candle and a volume and bounce. What's going on, Luca? How's it going? Are you trading today? Or are you just watching? This is also the start of more of a seek and destroy profile. So the 5 minute still making zebra stripes here, obviously. And that's really, for me, I don't like that. 15 minute. So this candle here closed below the body, but did not close below the 50% of the rejection block. One hour closed at the wick of the previous candle, but did a nice stop hunt. Four-hour is a compression candle, stop hunt, failed to close below, so that's a reversal candle. See here on the 1 minute, just came for that tailless candle. And like, I had, if you tried to gone short on any of these inversions, it'd be coming back on you. It's just not wanting to distribute. Probably because Trump's speaking here at 11. So I think for me, I think that's good enough. I think even, where's my new rules? Oh, they aren't there. I think I'm good with one shot today. Maybe I'll see something a little later. I'll still be trading, but I think I'm going to shut down the live. It's just going sideways. No fun for anyone. So I took one trade today, one long. Got stopped out on that. I was off sides and it was outside of my macro, so should have known. Broke one of my rules where it was just not even close to being out in my macro. It was right in the middle. This candle closed, and then I entered on 45 after, which for me, I don't use the 45s. I use the 50. So would have saved me in this instance at least. But I'm gonna shut it down. I'll be live tomorrow, and